Somebody asked me the other day what I mean when I say stand up and fight for your freedom, or more specifically, what the freedom was that I was fighting for. To be honest with you, I would say that the answer to that question has been somewhat elusive and seems to change somewhat regularly. In my observation, it's always shifting, but in a manner that's coming ever closer to resolve. Looking back, I'd have to say that the first freedom I started fighting for was the freedom for money and material possessions. And that in itself was and still is a monumental challenge. But as big a deal as it is, it's a small part of the overall fight. There were periods when my fight was to break away from the normal routine of life and get shed of the constraints of the Monday through Friday and the weekend concept. Then there was the fight over all the negative memories and emotions that have been stifling my growth for years. At present, I'm fighting against things like alcohol and tobacco. I will win. I have to. I'm fighting for my future health. All of these have been worthy adversaries, and they all have required a great deal of effort to overcome. But one by one, I've pushed through each step and found myself closer and closer to the main objective, which is truthfully just starting to come into clarity. Now I'm pouring all of my capacity into the very core of the fight. I'm fighting for my soul. I'm fighting for my very existence and all of its future. Simply put, I'm just fighting to release the controls over my creative mind and consciousness. I have come to believe that the ability and wonder of my mind is limitless. And it's with that knowledge I have decided that I can be so much more than I ever dreamed possible. And I got to tell you, I'm just overcome with joy about all the wonder of which I now know I have the capacity to create. Thoughts become things. They always have and they always will. And the things I'm thinking about these days are nothing short of astonishing. The joy I feel in my imaginations of the future are so powerful, they have brought me to uncontrollable tears of happiness and excitement. I have cried many tears of sorrow and pain over the years, and those tears were healing in their own way. But none of them compare to the restoration my tears of pure happiness have given me over the past few days, just simply by imagining the bright and amazing future ahead. There's something deep inside me that with overwhelming force compels me to improve. It pushes me each and every day to accomplish something amazing. It is the force that is tearing me away from all the things in life that have caused stress and anger and fear. It is my answer to all the questions why. Why is the world so complicated? Why does it seem to always slap everybody in the face, even though we're working our asses off trying to succeed? It is the very force which I have denied any chance for growth all of these years, because like most everybody else, I was conditioned to play it safe, to take the path of least resistance. This is the very force of instinct I have decided to set free. I made a decision just to let it be. The more I evaluated what my inner existence was screaming at me about, the more I realized there was nothing but goodness within, and so I came to the conclusion that there could be no harm in just letting it flow out at its own pace without any effort on my part to control it. This has been my fight for freedom, and I got to tell you, it's simply amazing. The hardest part for me was coming to terms with the fact that it's okay to walk outside the lines life had drawn for me. It's okay to seek more and break away from the prescribed course set before me since I was a child. I've always tried to mold my life around a set of ground rules and conditions designed by others and said to be the only path to success. I have always found myself in conflict with much of this design, and it's been this conflict I have been shaped by stress, fear, and anger. I say no more. I say it doesn't have to be this way, and I choose to do something about it. I choose to stand up and fight for my freedom. And while the battle still rages, I'm happy to report that the final push for total and utter victory is underway, and in due time, I will stand atop that mountain, and with enormous gratitude and humility, I'll cry tears of joy and peace. I'm going to celebrate my victory by coming back down and helping as many people as I can navigate the terrain and all of its challenges, because this is a gift too great not to share. Anyone can accomplish this with the right support and encouragement. It takes intense resolve, commitment, and hard work. When you have people around you that keep you on your feet and keep you moving forward, anything is possible. Mostly, though, you just have to believe in yourself. You have to demand more from your life. For me, it's all about helping the ones I love. That's my reward for my efforts. Money means nothing to me any longer, but love and compassion means everything. And I want to give as much of it as I can to as many as I can. I want to give everybody a hug. Life's not supposed to be so complicated. There's no reason I can imagine that should cause so much stress to the human race. We should be at peace, not at odds with one another. So now that I have a better understanding of its meaning, stand up and fight for your freedom. Life is just too short to be anything less than amazing.